And substitutes they all are different, and substitutes are even more different than the regular teachers of anything like that.
Music was completely different. It was slow, relaxing.
Both of us?
Yes.
It
Feel
makes
out,
us
wanted
go,
to
go,
feel
go.
out of your chair. I like a lot of activity, rather
I'm gonna
than
give
something
you
that's-
one of these. This
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
shows the actual
She
spine.
lets us do line dancing and
I may
everything.
not have
That is
enough.
fabulous.
She's there, but she'll
I'm
be
gonna
back.
fire a staff when I get
I have
going.
one.
Because they didn't make enough copies, so you may have to share like in 3rd grade, so we'll see, whatever you guys want to do. Okay. A lot when we talk about walking for back strength is gonna be, what's our posture like when we walk? Okay, that's the number one thing. When I drive down Euclid and go home for work too, for lunch, a lot of it is I see people walking like this, and they're working their legs, correct? But what's their upper body doing? No. Everyone knows this, but everyone doesn't. Why is that? I don't know. I'll do a psychological test. I'm gonna sit there on Euclid and just ask questions all day. Be that weird guy. Okay? Our body is meant to work like a spring. So we have, this is gonna be your head, nose, eyes, and mouth. I'll make you a smiley face today. This is your neck here. Okay, our neck's meant to come backwards, have a normal curve. Why is a curve important to have it like any engineering project you want to call it? Why is a curve better than a straight rod or a straight piece of wood?
Balance,
Balance, but what else? Good, balance, what else?
stability.
Stability and also load too. A spring has a better load ability than a piece of wood or a stick or a piece of rod. So it can bounce, it can compress and decompress. I was watching a soccer match on Sunday with my in-laws for Mother's Day, and they're watching guys, and I think it was in England, in Manchester, where guys were jumping up and down on the stadium. If they're on a steel beam, which was not movable, would it break or would it continue to bounce? In the sense where does concrete to steel have some spring, right? Okay? But with inside that, to realize there's metal springs in there also, there's metal pieces that are kind of, if you want to call it meshed across, that's how they build concrete walls and concrete bridges, that allows compressibility, allows things to bend when load. That's the goal here, is with your neck and with your spine overall, to have that loadability. We'll talk about why that's important, by having a normal curve in the spine, by having normal posture back here. They kind of get the correlation? So if we have one in the neck, we have one in the lower, in the mid-back area. I just draw a spot here. So your middle back here, then your lower back here will come backwards. And we have those certain curves, 1, 2, 3, because it maintains our center of gravity when we have good posture. Okay, keeps your body up here versus down here. So our job is, how do we maintain that curve in the spine, keep your body up? If we do this, and we have what's called good posture, we'll talk about what that means, our body can stay back here, and your back muscles, what's your strongest muscle of the back? Ones that go across, ones that go up and down, ones that go oblique. What do you think? Up and down. Up and down. So your extra spine muscles, the ones that come up in here, here, and they come up to the upper back and also lower neck too, they hold your body erector spine, like you had mentioned, erector meaning straight and up here, around the spine, both sides, keep your body here. Okay, so if we have, in that correlation, if we have a normal spring in the back, or the neck, mid-back and low back, our body stays back here, and that makes these muscles stronger. Any questions about that? See the wheels turning. Okay? If our body stays here, we maintain the curve in the spine, our body's able to spring, load, and unload, uncompress, when you take that step, and you come off that step. So you're working those muscles to get stronger like you would a biceps muscle, with your lower back, and your upper back, and your neck. Okay? Any questions about that? So the goal is, if we have a good spring, here, here, and here, our body can act like a normal range of motion, full range of motion, make the muscles the strongest. If my elbow is locked up where it can't move, and all I can do is this, will my muscles get pretty strong? If I'm just here?
No.
Probably not. But if I have a full range of motion, that allows me to have the most amount of strength in my muscles, most amount of flexibility, keep things moving, keep things circulating. Okay, muscle strength, any muscle in the body for one too, it gets stronger, not usually by isometric, by not moving it, by holding contraction, more with motion. So the more we move our joints, maybe an elbow, maybe a spinal joint, the more the muscle can get stronger, even a knee or a hip, whatever it might be. So you have to have full range of motion in our body to allow things to get strong and stay flexible.
What if you're holding on to a steering wheel for hours at a time?
That's just stressful. That's called muscle tension, not muscle strength, if you want to call it.
No flexing there.
And part of it too, people have injuries. Okay, everyone's had injury before. I've had many, many injuries. Okay, injury, what happens is the joint locks up, it doesn't want to move, so over time it builds up scar tissue in there. Okay, so we limit our motion. So we're even told by our doctors too, don't do anything because it hurts, don't do anything for about 2-3 weeks, and then start moving it. The problem is start moving after 2-3 weeks, what happens is it's too painful, too stiff. So you have limited motion. If you've had injuries for one too, to realize, are they an injury where it's recovered, or do you have to get some type of medical help or therapy? If not, I have people, and I've told the story many times now, Rachel came in my office probably about 2.5 years ago now with a walker. A lot of leg pain, a lot of back pain. I thought she would have, see what happens. Take an x-ray of her. Her back was fine. She had a fall and injury about 3 months before, and she had problems where she was stuck like this now. And because of that, she got into her body being here, these joints no longer working properly, the muscle became very weak. They became very if you want to call it overworked, her body stayed here. Now she had leg pain from the back, nerve pain from the back down the legs. Her spine being normal, I said, let's start walking. So we went from here to here to here, away from the walker to the cane. Now she walks 45 minutes a day. I see her every 2 weeks. 45 minutes a day with no cane, no walker. Because I told her, your spine is fine. It's your positioning, you're getting things to stay here, it's making it stay there.
Was it sciatica you were talking?
Having nerve pain, exactly, so I can calm me down the leg.
See, I have 3 daughters who have sciatica.
A
3.
lot of it is, what does the x-ray show inside? If your posture's like this, is it an injury causing it to happen, or is it your positioning where you have to slowly, and sometimes with some pain, get your body back here? As long as it's going to cause more injury. But once you're here, making sure you stay here, stay strong. Our biggest thing we do, because we use our brains a lot, is sit too much.
That's what the therapist said, switch sitting.
I'm going to use that chair real quick to demonstrate. I've done this many, many times, and you see this probably hundreds of times a day, but I'll show you what happens when you sit. That helps deteriorate your posture over time, okay? When I sit, and I'm going to sit, for me, here, like this. This is how I sit when I work, when I study, when I read, until I fall asleep, and I'll fall backwards. Most people sit instead of here, shoulders back, head back, a little curve, lower back, not here. When you come back in the chair and you relax, what relaxes? Your spine. So when your spine relaxes, because your facial bones and teeth are more weighted in the front of the skull versus the back of the skull, pulls your head forward. So we sit here, as we relax more, our body becomes here. As we relax more, our body becomes here, shoulders roll forward, so your body's stuck like this. Who was institutionalized between probably 5 years old to 18-year-olds? In that period of time, who was institutionalized? Who was in school? Education. Who was in a private school or public school? Anyone go to school? Most people, right? Okay. If we sat like this in a classroom all day long, in the small chairs with a little bit of a desk on the side, like this for 5-6 hours a day. We had recess, we did other things too, but our body was used to this. So now that we're still here and we get up, the problem is, especially in the car, for what a lot of people do for an hour a day, they're like this now. If I'm like this, is my back curved or is my back straight?
It's curved.
Curved or straight?
Curved.
My back, this is relative too. If my back is like this, normal, I'm like this is curved.
Yeah.
The side view, this is going to be straighter.
What?
That is straight.
You gotta be kidding.
That looks
that's
Nope,
more like
not
a
kidding.
that's a bend there.
And the lower back, I apologize, lower back.
Okay.
Not the upper back,
Okay, upper
the
back.
lower back, the lower back. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I should say the lower back.
Okay.
But down here is where it's straight. Upper back is too far forward.
Right,
So the neck comes forward too to compensate. We're not going to fall forward. Our
right.
shoulders do this to hold our body back. So you maintain that center of gravity where our bodies, we feel normal, but we've adjusted our normality to more of a compensating posture. versus more of here, where the back can stay strong. Any
So-
questions about that?
So
Yes.
it's not good to go, I'm always going all the way to the back of the chair, that's not good?
As long as you can sit up in the back of the chair, like this, I'm
And
okay
reach
with
what
that.
you're doing?
Exactly, but most people will sit here and they'll drop
And
their
then
back.
do that. Oh.
It's harder to reach the computer keyboard when you're back here like this.
Exactly, so you move your chair here and move forward. The best thing you can do, it depends on where your body's gonna be, is drop your hips above your knees or keep your knees below your hips. If I'm here, allows me to sit up easier, more relaxed. If I'm here, like people driving a car, makes me want to hunch backwards. When I tilt my pelvis backwards, or makes my lower back become straight.
How about a pillow? I always use a pillow.
Fantastic. Pillow's great.
I always use
That gives you
a nice
support to
soft,
stay up
A
here.
firm pillow, even in the car.
And everyone's chair is different. Everyone's height's different too. So if we realize that, how do we adjust what we have? Come in. How are you doing again?
Okay.
How are things? I'm gonna get more chairs for you guys too. Any questions about the
Change
chair?
places.
Not a problem. Come on in, Carl. Go right there if you like. I'll get one more chair for you too. Of course.
Or to sit in that chair, and you're gonna get a chair for me, or you want me to sit on my walker?
I'll grab a chair for you too. I'll be right back. I'll grab one more.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Is that, maybe that's too,
I'm doing okay.
do you wanna move down?
That's what I'm
Do you want,
I can't because this is in the way.
We around here more.
we're playing musical chairs
There
here.
we go.
Okay. If everybody gets closer
I'll
together.
Is that okay?
Okay, I'm moving your chair over.
You remember that?
Right over here.
Okay,
There we go.
I guess she wants, she's
I
there
found one
there.
more for you.
Okay.
Musical chairs in reverse, because in musical chairs, you're dancing around and slowly moving chairs.
Not a problem.
We got a little exercise.
Do you mind if I use your walker?
No, I don't mind at all.
I'll
Take my walker
substitute.
then.
I'll substitute my chair for the walker. So like we'd mentioned, the chair's pretty low, right? This is a little higher. So now here I can naturally sit and keep my legs here.
Because your legs are longer. My legs are shorter, so.
So I need a higher chair, need a shorter chair. Whatever you can do to get your feet behind you a little bit, where your knees drop below your hips, allows your back to stay up here
Oh, yeah,
versus down here.
I can see, feel that.
Those any questions at all?
No, so I was saying,
Yes.
so it's bad that you were saying as long as I can reach, but, I mean, I pull my chair under my desk.
That's okay. And if you can keep your feet below you like I am right
But you have
now,
to do
that way,
Yeah.
then I can stay up here and even use my hands. But I use my eyelid and put my hands on the bar, and I'm up here versus dropping down this way. So even with kids, I have a lot of high school kids that have bad posture. I'll use their desk as a way to use your hands on the desk or the table, and put the weight here instead of using their back as much. Depends how long you're doing things, what your situation is, but especially driving. A lot of people have sedans or cars where their legs will do this. So putting a pillow back here helps maintain that posture up, because again, that posture position allows your body to maintain that natural low back curve here, again, versus being straight, or makes your upper back hunch forward where it does get too far forward. Okay, so the spring can be too much also. If my upper back here is coming too far forward, here, the neck has to come forward also. I'll draw that little line across again, neck and mid back and neck, so your head will come out here. Yeah, horrible. Sorry about my penmanship. Okay, sad face. Sad face, sorry. But also, if it comes too far forward, the right reflex, your vision takes over, it makes your head want to do this. We want to maintain our balance by using our vision. We talked in another class before too, using our vision instead of our body for the actual posture and balance. So when you have a bad posture, realize your balance is thrown off, so your joints no longer move properly, and everything gets thrown off to where you can't maintain that better posture. Kind of feed yourself. Number one thing with talking about back strength and walking for back strength, have good posture first. Once you have the good posture, then your lower back here, from basically here down to my belt line, allows me to stay here. By having my body back, it allows my upper body to add it as a weight would, keep my lower back moving the whole time, a spring effect, to keep it strong, keeping the load on my back, my lower back here, makes my muscles work to stay strong. If I walk like this, it makes these muscles down here compress the normal joints and relax. Compress, relax, like a normal elbow motion makes these muscles stronger. You cause that contraction, relaxation. Any questions about that?
So the feet
Yes.
don't have to be flat on the floor, they just have to be back.
Exactly. If my feet are here, to where I can do this, stay on my toes, because I have pretty pointed shoes, I'll do this.
I can't see your feet.
Sure. I'll do something like this here on my toe,
Got his foot straight up.
right here on
Like
the
what you're
actual
doing,
floor.
except straight, yeah,
on
like
my
what you're
heel.
doing.
I can do that. Because that puts all the weights on my legs, versus when my feet are flat or forward, puts it on my ischial tuberosity, my tailbone, makes more pressure in my lower back.
So be on your toes.
On your toes if
When
you
you're
want
sitting.
to. But as long as your feet are behind
yeah.
you a little bit, if anything, there's a rule of thumb, keeping your feet both behind your knees, that's okay right there.
So if you're sitting having breakfast or whatever, it's best to keep your
Because it
mouth
allows your
on the floor behind.
because it allows your body to naturally come up versus flat on the floor, come forward. Unless you want to take a nap on the table like I do when I get tired. Question?
Oh, I was thinking, I guess it's the way we conditioned from growing up.
Yes.
You put your feet one foot forward, one backward, everything on the floor. That's supposed to be a good way to sit. That's kind of the way I was taught, but listening to you now, it seems like if my toes are like this, that I'm not really comfortable, but yes, to your right, I do lean forward, but at some point, I'm gonna do this because I'm not comfortable.
We've all been trained a certain way. We've all have our comfort of what works for us. We've had
Right.
before to compensate by that too. What I'm working on is what a standard normal is. So if we can adjust it over time, if we have back pain, it can go away. It will allow our body to actually adjust over time. What I do with my patients, I'll have initially stand against the wall and go, before I stand against the wall, I tell them, okay, stand up straight. And they feel their straights maybe here. Okay, because in their mind feels like this is my normal straight. Now I go stand against the wall and they go, well, my shoulders don't feel good. My arms don't feel, or my neck hurts now. Because now they're going against the standard normal, what straight should be,
Right,
versus what their straight feels in their head.
in their head.
We've all trained our body to adapt to our stress in our life. One of our stress is sedentary stress, is sitting too much. Because of that, we've made our body see that as normal. We try to come up to a better normal posture that doesn't feel good. I go, great. Now we can start. Now we can go from where you are. So when you walk, I want you to feel uncomfortable. When you sit, I want you to feel uncomfortable also, because uncomfortable is this better normal versus what you're used to.
Right,
Does that make sense?
yes it does.
Okay, and the motion, when you're moving in a better posture here versus people's normal is here, that makes your body transition and change your posture quickly. Motion in your neck, hips, and ankle, there's a high density of counterceptors. Receptors act like gyros to change your posture and send nerves to your brain to get things to move and rebalance over time. If I have a bad ankle, where I twist my ankle again, also I'll work on a cane or a walker. When I was in high school, my left leg, my left body takes over and gets stronger to help balance myself out. My arm gets stronger too. It knows how to adapt. Once I get off and get out of the cane or the boot, get back normal, over time will adapt very quickly. Same thing with your posture. My posture is used to this, and I start walking where it feels uncomfortable and awkward here in my mind. I start forcing my body here because the new normal. Now I'm here again. And this takes the pressure off your lower back. Gets the lower back curved to work properly, so that back here, here, and also shoulders keep your body strong. Okay. Where should your arms be when you're walking? Should they be here, here, here? What do you think?
Moving, no?
When you're just standing, I guess, versus moving yet. Most people have their arms like this. That's shoulder rotation in from hunching forward.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Oh my, when I see that.
Just turning.
That
turn
tells
your
me that
shoulder.
your body's used to this
Oh yeah.
being like this.
Oh, so.
When I'm
forward is
like
better.
this, all of this stays tight, all this gets weak.
Oh yeah.
Your body has to balance, has to have center of gravity.
Oh,
So what happens is this tightens, this weekend's to maintain that posture here versus falling forward. So what happens in the lower back, same thing. It straightens out, the lower back becomes weaker too. As we bring the arms in, so I have people do these exercises, these, and also these. That gets the muscles stronger back here, get your body to open up. And also stretching for the shoulders too, a T-stretch like this on both sides. At that point, same thing, you stretch out the pec minor, pec major, anterior delts. Your body stays like this instead of here. You'll see the effect of that in your hands because everything will start to untwist, become more open. Okay? How does breathing work if I'm here versus here? How do you affect your lungs?
Collapsing the lungs. Is
For every inch you go forward, you lose 10% of your resting lung capacity. So the job is, how do we keep our body open, both in the upper back shoulders, lower back here, those two areas here and here. If you control those two, you're gonna bring your body back 50%, easy. When you add the walk in that position too, where you're gonna feel awkward initially and become your better normal, that becomes here. So when you sit, you're gonna sit more like this naturally versus like this. This will feel weird and different. Is that a good thing?
Because you got stronger, huh?
Because you've changed your posture and gotten strong at the same time.
Somebody, I had read, you're supposed to put your chin in, and that's kind of hard to do.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's right or not right.
It is. You want to bring a lot of people when they talk about posture,
Yeah.
is push your chin in
Yeah,
to feel the head translate backwards, not tilt your head up.
okay.
A lot of kids, I'll tell kids to stand straight up and they go this.
Oh,
So a lot of it, even
goodness.
adults sometimes too,
Funny.
is how do we get our body back here? So at that point it pushes everything backwards, again, to maintain this, this, and this instead of sad face guy. Okay.
That's easy to do.
Now, how about
Easy to start
walking with
doing.
the walker?
Walking with a walker is fine, even a cane too, but walking here instead of here.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that.
Most people do this.
Oh,
And then we talked about before
Not
too,
good.
keeping your body back here, up here, is more important. It's a little bit difficult, but it should be if you want to retrain your posture.
I think it's safer too, because if you got your body going there, it's gonna go like
You
that.
maintain that even at the grocery store too. A lot of my patients, they'll hang on top of the grocery cart.
Yeah,
Like,
my mom used to do that.
anytime you move in bad posture, you're retraining your posture to stay bad versus stay well. That's the good English, I don't know. C plus forever. Can I borrow your cane too, please? Same thing with the cane. I'm gonna walk with a cane. Carol knows this already. Is I'm gonna walk up here instead of walking down here.
Oh, so the height should be changed on that cane.
If someone is 5'10" and a half
Yeah.
with my hair about
Not for you.
6 feet. Okay?
Yeah, so
But if I want to walk here with the cane in front of me to maintain my balance this way versus next to me, I'm going to lean forward and put more weight on the cane. Again, everyone's different with their injuries too. So once you're injury free or close to it, walking here makes your body feel awkward because then you can change your posture back here again.
The length of the cane is very important.
Excuse me?
The length of the cane
Yes.
is very important.
Now let's go
If
higher.
it's too short, you're gonna lean.
Yeah,
I always go higher versus lower.
Yeah.
yeah,
At that point, you're using your own body weight to stay up and using this to balance yourself
yeah.
versus leaning over the cane next to you. If the cane's too high, you're forced to put it out front.
What's the proper way to use a cane if you have a sore, let's say you have one sore leg.
Which leg?
Let's say it's your right leg. How do you
Which
walk?
one's my right leg?
Your right leg is my leg.
I'm gonna walk like this here. So that takes the place of that leg.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
told the other way around by a physical therapist.
Fantastic. Everyone's different with that.
That too.
As little as possible.
Yeah.
As little as possible. So you want to use that as that
To
leg.
take the
Right,
weight off.
right, that's
Because
what I
if
said.
not, if you do it the
Take
other
the
way,
weight
which I don't know if
off.
I can do it, here, it makes my body feel off balance.
Oh,
Well, you're not relieving the
Not
sore
relieving
leg by
the
with
sore
the
leg.
cane is not helping.
Put more weight on the sore leg.
so.
If it's this leg, that's bad.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
using that same side because you realize your whole body's tensing up on that side
Oh.
to take that pressure off. It's not no longer your leg, it's the shoulder and upper body. If you use the other side, in my sense, and this is what I've learned here too, I'm having to throw my body this way to catch my balance.
Mhm.
I want my same body side tensing up when I unload and then load that leg again. Or not, hopefully not load the leg, but load that side of my body. To maintain my lateral balance left and right. Tomasa, does that seem right to you?
Well, I'm a little confused, but.
I am confused too.
Well, I remember when I had an injury and I was told that, you know, just the opposite of what you're recommending, that, you know, and
Yeah.
If it's whatever
The
side,
doctor.
the cane, your cane is, to help go with the bad.
Right.
The bad, on the same side of the bad leg.
Yeah.
Or
When the
hip,
weight
whatever
is
leg.
on that bad leg, you want to have your arm have the weight on the cane.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Is that less confusion?
Yeah, that's the way I think of it, yeah.
yeah, that makes-
Because if I go the other way, I'm gonna now load this leg, my bad leg, so I can use my cane for the other foot. It's gonna throw off my lateral balance. I wanna maintain that balance here once I feel better. If I'm like this, I have a really bad foot, I'm gonna be like this for a while.
Yeah.
But once I feel better, then I can start using more weight on there. I'm gonna come here, then slowly load my leg and use this to more counterbalance myself further out. So as I feel better, I'm gonna go further out and higher. Instead of here, I almost want it lower, so it stays next to me, to become part of my leg. That makes sense to me. I sound pretty confident.
You know, I agree.
But I want it high as possible. Once I feel better, I want to go higher with this so it keeps my body here. Any injury you do, if you start changing your posture, I had a softball player, she was I think 13, 14 years old, had shoulder surgery from a pitching injury. And then from her injury, she had her body twisted this way to compensate for that shoulder. So now we had to fix her body back here and back here. You realize anytime you bend to one side, your spine actually twists the same way too.
Wow.
If I'll give your cane back, I don't want to steal from you. I have enough at the office as it is. If I bend one way, my body will naturally twist upper back, my lower back will actually twist the other way to compensate. It can only bend so far, laterally bend so far, so it has to twist to cause more motion. So once you do that, realize you've caused two issues now we have to fix both ways, both coming back and also here.
And the spine is twisted too, I mean, it's just terrible.
Twisted and coming forward.
Yeah.
Your body will naturally come forward. Why does the body come forward if you twist? Why does the body come forward? What do you think?
For balance.
To have a lower center of gravity for balance, to adjust your balance.
Huh.
So now you're compensating for your balance this way. A lot of my teenage scoliosis patients from high school, they have that problem for the body's like this, and like at the same time they maintain their balance. So your job is to get their body back here so they feel better here again, make the back and shoulders stronger so their body stays back there. And we train that over time, both structurally inside with an x-ray, outside with the muscles and posture. Any questions?
What about osteoporosis? I have osteoporosis really bad in my spine.
Osteopenic or
No,
osteoporosis?
osteoporosis.
Okay.
And I called the Osteoporosis Foundation in Washington DC.
Yes.
And I talked to a nurse there. She said no twisting, no turning, no bending, and I do exercise. I go to classes.
Good.
So you can
So-
keep moving.
Huh?
So you can keep moving. If you don't move, you're not gonna be able to
I
keep moving.
know, but
How do bones grow? How do bones? Let's go back to just normal biology or chemistry or biology of bone density. How does bone density occur?
Stress on the bones.
Stress on the bone. So you have to load the bone to make the bone stronger. You want to over impact it, but you have to load the bone to make the bone stronger. By exercising, are you loading the bones?
yeah, if you,
Yes. So keep doing it.
but I have it really bad.
Are you okay exercising right now?
Yeah, I'm fine, but
If you don't
I don't
exercise,
wanna hurt myself either. You know, I don't want to
you're not
injure
hurting yourself.
myself.
I'd take the risk of hurting yourself by exercising versus the risk of not doing anything. All of a sudden you're stuck because you become atrophied, and now your posture's over here, and you're over here, and you're over
Yeah.
here, and you're forced to break this up to go here. That's a lot more work. Maintain what you're doing. I'm sorry, sometimes doctors are wrong.
It wasn't a doctor, it was a nurse at Osteoporosis Foundation.
Sometimes-
Told me that
and-
over the phone, you know.
I have doctors that do a lot of my patients' shoulder surgeries or knee surgeries because they have other injuries too. Half of them say, stay in bed for 3 weeks, half say get out of bed within the first
Oh
hour.
my goodness.
So the philosophy, there's many out there, like many chiropractic techniques too, that you have to figure out what works best for you. If you
Makes
keep
sense.
moving, your body needs that motion in there to maintain that load on the bones,
To keep.
to make the bones stronger. You find medications, also supplements
I
too.
do, yeah.
Do what you gotta do. Okay?
Yeah.
But the bone requires vitamin D, magnesium, and calcium, that
Right.
combination of three, to get that to absorb inside the bone over time.
Yeah.
And do it for at least 6 months until you take it to the bone density test.
I do. Yeah.
But
Take the bone
keep
density.
loading the bones.
Fosamax is working. It's
But
kind of,
it's-
it's getting
I don't-
better. It's getting better.
But you're doing the exercise to get it better too. Without you doing what you're doing, it's not gonna work.
Mm.
You need the load to make the calcium go in the bones, to make the bones more dense, more strong. In your bones, you have these, okay? If you want the visual, again, hopefully you have good imagination, because my artistic abilities are very slim and none. You have a
Is that the
bone,
spine?
okay? Here's a spinal bone here and here.
Okay.
We want to load it up and down, right? We want to have the normal spring, so we want to load the body up and down. Your cavities in there are going to be like this, okay? The cavities here, they're like, for example, steel beams in a house, like hopefully some of them here. They hold everything up in a vertical position. If you load the bone, say this, you load the bone in this one here, you're getting calcium coming in these bones like cement would to make those bones stronger.
Bearing weight.
Bearing weight, exactly, weight bearing or load bearing.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't load the bone, what's going to happen? Is it weaker or stronger?
Weaker. Maybe I guess weaker.
You guess or you know?
Bigger.
Based on my simple philosophy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so if it's weaker, it's going to cause a maintaining or worse osteoporosis. Load the bone. You're doing everything right.
But jumping up and down wouldn't.
It's up to you. You know, if you have bad knees, I'm okay with at least try something and see how you feel with it. Feel worse the next day, stop it. But keep doing it. Keep moving. Even take light weights. Instead of jumping them down,
2 pounds.
doing this.
Yeah.
Take the light
Do
weights
that.
and just do
Oh
squats
yeah.
this way.
The squats.
Squats this way.
Mm.
Why do I put the weights out front versus behind me, you think?
Like that.
If my weights are in front, I have to counterbalance my body weight to maintain my body up here. Weights are behind me or next to me, my body's going to come like this,
So which is the best?
in front.
In front? That hurts.
Sorry about that. That's good for you.
I know.
Pain is good sometimes. Not all the time, but good. What I mean by that is, if you're pain while you're working out, but you're okay the next day, it's just a little tight, you've done enough. You're making things break down to get stronger. You're causing a good load. If you're sore, too sore the next day, or worse next day, then back off the weight. But we need the load, we need that stretching, we need the flexibility, we need sometimes soreness
Right.
to make your body stronger. It needs that counter load.
Me both.
Everything. You have to keep moving. If not, what happens if you don't move? What's something that happens?
Atrophy.
Well, not even atrophy. Rigor mortis kicks in, right?
Oh really?
No, rigor mortis. That'd be bad.
You're funny.
Okay? So you gotta
Our
keep
body's
moving.
dying.
That's it. 3 days of being in a hospital in bed, you can lose 10% of your body weight.
Yeah. You never go more than
Muscle
6
atrophy.
days without exercise because it will deteriorate your
And
muscles.
cause rigor mortis. Right, use that one. You can use that one now if you want. Doctor recommended. Okay, but keep your body moving. That's why motion is so important to every joint in the body. Because the normal joint in the body of your lower back and neck, we talked about a second ago, those normal joints form that curve in the spine. So I'll use the neck or low back as an example. Tailbone here. Okay, your joints form that curve over time to get things to actually bend like it normally should. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bones in the lower back. So from here to here, you should have almost a straight line. We want to keep our body back as much as possible. I had a normal curve. When there's a normal curve in the spine and these joints move normally too, that makes your body want to stay strong like a moving elbow. That keeps the muscle strong around there so your body stays strong. Same thing with the mid-back and neck. Same philosophy, same functionality. Okay, any questions about that?
So you say calcium, magnesium, and what?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Best source of vitamin D is?
Yeah, we can't sit out in the sun and get.
Why not?
No, because.
Basal cells.
Oh no.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Nice.
5 minutes?
Cancer of the skin is not good. I have it. My daughters have it.
5 minutes.
Can't do it. Yeah, but for the vitamin D, you gotta be exposed what?
5
Legs,
minutes.
arms. For 20, I thought it was 20 minutes. For
For
vitamin
you,
D.
I want to scare you to do 5 minutes.
I'm gonna just take the vitamin D medicine.
It's
That's
up
what
to
my
you.
doctor's
It's up to
gonna
you.
do. It's easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
It's up to
Then
you.
you're not
2
worrying
to
about your
5,000
skin.
a day. Yeah. And that makes the calcium work. The
Plan B,
vitamin D makes
exactly.
the calcium work.
Calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, they work together, all three.
It gives you energy and it's good for your immune system.
Huge.
Yeah.
That's why doctors prescribe it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Finally realized, hey, it does work.
They
It's been
really
around for
do.
thousands of years.
I know.
The trouble with the sun,
Vitamin D.
to use sun cream to keep
2,000 to
from getting
5,000 a
sunburned,
day.
it also probably keeps your body from developing the vitamin D that it needs.
Yeah, but
And
we're
now
talking
they come
about
out
taking
with
it.
sun cream that has both A and B or something
Huh.
to stop the ultraviolet as
thought
well
it
as
was
the
zinc.
the
It's supposed to have-
visible light.
Dermatologist told me
Sure.
zinc should be in the sun's
And-
block.
and
Sunblock, not
Everyone's
sunscreen.
different. I keep
Sunblock,
things as
yeah,
minimal as
okay.
possible.
Sunblock. Yeah.
That-
Keep
that
things
looks-
simple.
Well, that's what the dermatologist was telling
Of
me.
course.
Stupid thing, I got it on my ear. You would never think of putting sunscreen on your ear. That's where I had skin cancer. That's really weird. She said, because you're in the car. The car, every day you're in the car, and that's
Yeah.
where
You don't think about that
you
stuff.
don't.
But eating healthy, staying healthy, that's all
Keep
this
it-
life period. But keep
stay
your body
healthy.
moving. Okay?
Yep.
Any questions about posture and how you should walk? How should your feet be when you walk?
Below you.
Huh? Funny.
Hopefully.
Ah,
Should your feet
Should
be
be-
curved out, in, or straight?
I've heard straight
Stay
ahead.
straight.
Why straight?
and heel to toe, heel to toe.
Better balance.
Better- Exactly. And if my feet are straight, my quad muscle, my leg muscle helps me walk,
Right,
stays straight also.
right.
If my feet's turned out,
Mm,
I'm walking the inside of my knee, it can wear down my knee faster, cause knee pain.
Bad for your hip too. See,
Exactly.
Your hip is turning too.
There you go, we're on the same agreement on this one. If my feet are out, my pelvis bones push in, so my tailbones push forward.
Right.
So if I want if my feet are like this, I'll see someone's overall posture from their feet to their upper back, they're like this too. So my job over time is to get them to think, I'm gonna walk with my feet straight instead of being like a penguin
I've seen people do
versus
that.
pigeon.
Yeah.
And as you walk this way, your arches start failing and you need expensive arch supports.
And you need knee
And
support
then you
too.
need,
now.
yeah, right.
So if we're walking straight with our legs straight, we're working the quad muscle to stay strong evenly on both sides in the middle part. You have to, if we walk inwards with your feet out, with your inside of your knee, there's already outside muscle called TFL band on the outside that pulls it out anyways. Makes the knee joint wear down because you're adding more load on the inside versus evenly where it should be. Any questions about that?
We should exercise every day, I'm thinking.
Yes,
Every day.
yes, and jump up and down.
No,
500 pounds on your shoulders. No, kidding.
but I think range of motion. Every exercise class I've been to, and I've been to a lot of them,
Yes,
nobody does range of motion. I think they really should.
start with that.
Yeah, it's important.
I take for a shoulder stand, take a broomstick, go over your shoulders.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
wow, that hurts. Just look at it. Ow, it hurts.
Slowly.
Ow. No, swimming, that kind of motion.
Swim
That gets it
motions
going.
backward and forward.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yeah. If we can focus on getting our body strong, keeping our body full range of motion, flexibility, endurance, that's physical health. Flexibility and strength. And endurance there too, but flexibility and strength. That maintains your body normal, and by walking about a position, you maintain that posture. Everything stays strong in this curve, or in your upper back or neck like this, versus this guy. Any other questions?
I got another question. I was
Yes.
kidding earlier about the posture in front of the
No way.
computer, but what I was really thinking about was almost all of us here spend a couple of hours a day in front of a TV,
Yes.
and I was wondering about the right height of the screen and what right posture for watching TV.
Either straight with your eyes or a little higher. Why higher?
Wow.
So
Head
that you'll,
stays back
so
here.
you'll
Yeah.
sit back.
Instead of here.
I lay and watch TV.
That's perfect. Put a
You
pillow
do
on your
too?
head too.
Lay.
Pillow back there. At that point, that makes these
Yeah.
muscles relax. If my
Yeah.
head's too far
Yeah.
forward, the biggest muscle that's affected are the muscles in the front of your neck. The SCM muscles, sternocleidomastoid muscles on both sides, they pull, and that comes forward, they shorten.
Mm.
If I'm like this, they're gonna naturally go, okay, you want me here, I'm gonna lock you in right there. when your head back, it goes, I feel tight in the neck. I feel like I'm in choke. Great.
So maybe a neck pillow?
When you're sleeping or when you're watching TV?
Laying down watching TV.
I'm okay as long as your body feels relaxed, or that's okay. As long as that doesn't go too far back where you can't breathe. But that point, even put it when you're lying down, for example.
Yeah.
Lie down, put a pillow back here so your head relaxes this way. If these muscles feel relaxed in the front of your neck, then you're doing a good job. If they feel tight, yeah, you go, okay, I'm going to adjust my pillow where I am located. At that point, those muscles relax.
So sleeping at nighttime, having a pillow is important too.
It depends. Everyone's different with that. Everyone's different. So if you can use a pillow where it makes your head relax, if you're a back sleeper, yes. If you're a side sleeper, you need a more thicker pillow because the length of your shoulder will help you to drop your head or bring your head up. Okay. Any other questions? Comments, concerns,
Interesting, huh?
examples?
Well, I was just thinking, the gym I go to has treadmills and
Yes.
stuff, and the screens are way up there, and I find that's good. It's good for my posture.
And that's they just have them right on there. Everyone drop their head down like that doesn't look good because their body does this here
Yeah.
versus being here is a lot better. Or just turn the screen off and just
Must
don't
be
worry
why
about
they
what's on
have them
TV.
up high. Interesting.
So listen to something instead. And even with the treadmill too, if you're on treadmill, if you have the option, go about 3 inclines for your body.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's higher than your-
That's hard.
I tilted us back as far as I'll go, 15 degrees.
You do that?
Oh.
15 degrees.
That's
It
hard.
keeps your back strong because you have to lean
Well,
back
it
further.
builds your strength better.
I
Yeah.
know.
And go to low,
Builds your
slower speed so you
glutes,
maintain
too.
that technique.
Ay, ay,
And over
ay.
time, you feel that strength come back.
I give you
Legs
credit.
and back. Okay, any questions?
I think when we're using the gym, we were talking using the
Yes.
gym equipment, it's good to have good posture and good support in the back.
Always.
You know,
Always.
we have a gym in the senior center in Cucamonga,
Yes.
and I noticed all of their equipment has good back support and soft. You know, keep your back
And that's
straight.
the first thing is you do
Protecting
technique
it.
first.
Yeah,
At that point, you can't hurt yourself. You can't hurt yourself still. Less chance of injury.
yeah.
You know, especially lifting things off the floor or overhead too. Really watch your body.
Bend down.
Exactly. But you still have to do that though. Still doing things that make your body bend down and come back up is good for you because that's your normal functional way to do things. Pull stuff out of a trunk. You want to make sure your body can do that without causing injury by doing it in a natural, functional environment with exercise.
You have to put your butt out. That makes your back stay strong. Just remember that.
So if I'm doing workouts like this, I'm going to use a broomstick again. Here, keep my back straight the whole time and meeting curved like this. At that point, to maintain that, come down my hamstrings,
See his butt.
hold that position,
Butt out.
then come back here
Protects the
versus
back.
coming down, or contrast, coming down
Butt out.
like this. I want to avoid that
Yeah.
because then you have to come back and that hurts your lower back.
And come
Coming
back
down, taking either a lightweight, even a water bottle. I forgot my water bottle today.
Mhm.
Coming down here, hold it for a second where the hamstrings feel tight, then come back up.
And your arms are out touching the toes out farther
You
rather
can.
than in, 'cause that way
You
you're
can.
curling.
A
You don't
broomstick
want to
would be
curl
right
in.
here.
Yeah.
Here, and come back.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay,
That's
that's what I would
good.
do.
You did a good job.
Thank you, appreciate that.
You
Want a
did
gold star
good.
later.
It's important.
Or if you want to use a chair to get your legs straight back too, even a walker also, just come here, keep your body straight, kick your knees out, so you stay down here,
There you go.
then come back up.
Okay.
In contrast, doing this.
Oh.
I'd rather you do this for your back strength, kicking your knees out, straight down,
Straight down.
then come back up. That works the
Straight
back
up.
and legs together versus
Yeah.
here
Right.
is just the legs.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You did good.
But that's the goal, is how do you work what you're gonna do so your body stays here the whole time?
Right.
It does not move from there. Once you lock in here, you can always do other things, but now you've made a strong position, so everything stays strong in the back, the legs, and the back of the shoulders especially. That keeps your body and head back. At that point, if you maintain a good curve with this normal motion in the spine, you're not gonna develop arthritis. You're gonna develop injuries in your spine because you maintain that good posture, maintain that curve in there. Versus straight back or hunched forward upper back.
Well,
Questions?
I've kind of, this
Yes.
last couple of months, it's been nice to take an evening walk around my neighborhood and look at all the trees slowly developing leaves and to admire the trees, there's not a lot of color differences. You've got green leaves and brown or tan bark
Yes.
compared to the birds that my wife likes to
The
watch
ducks, too.
that have all the same structure but totally different colors.
Yes.
So I'm watching it, but it's helped my posture.
Oh.
As you walk around, you're looking up like that. And holding your
Oh,
shoulder.
look
One
up at
thing
the trees
you're
while you're
talking
walking.
about
Yeah, they're bigger
is-
than that.
Is when we
Look
walk, do we walk with our eyes toward the ground?
Uh-uh.
Or do we walk with our head up and looking up down over our nose?
Oh, yeah. That's,
And again, you gotta do what's safe for
Yeah.
you, what you think is safe for
Yeah.
you.
yeah.
If you're walking in a normal environment where you know things are gonna be safe, walking up with your head up and looking down over your nose, if you have that vision, here allows you to keep your head up versus down here looking straight with your eyes.
Well, in Upland, where I live, we've learned, my wife and I have both taken a couple of bad falls because of the uneven sidewalks. And she actually,
Yes.
they actually came out finally and paved the crack.
Smoothed it.
But it's tricky because you will have to keep your eyes glancing down from time to time. And we found certain sidewalks on different streets that are safer.
And that's the thing, you're
It's a
gonna
great
have
way,
your
you take
safe
good fresh
environment.
air, you know, and everything, but there's little pitfalls, literally pitfalls.
And as you learn that habit of keeping your body up and straight, it's just comfortable. Then use your eyes too. Do what's comfortable, and realize it'll take time to train your body to do that. But with motion and consistency and routine, that makes your body see that as normal and consciously versus I do it consciously all the time. Just keep doing it, keep moving.
But you're
Your body
supposed to
will
look 10 feet ahead.
At that point, you can, and focus on that too.
Then you can see if it's uneven or even, and it keeps your body straight and your head straight.
Well, I'm going to do a talk tonight with a optometrist, an eye doctor. A lot of it is how to keep your body focused here so you can use your glasses as our vision deteriorates. So your glasses look down versus staying here the whole time.
Oh.
With
Use your
both reading,
bifocals.
TV, walking, you do. So using that vision, the lower part of the glasses,
Yeah,
to use that instead of here.
bifocals.
I see that this lady goes to the Rancho Santa Ana Botanic Gardens, and that's a great place for taking a walk. My wife gets to see all these birds, and she has these binoculars.
Bird
I
lover.
go to, but the pavement is generally pretty good and reasonably well maintained, and so
Yeah,
you can walk
they do it for
along and
seniors,
enjoy
yeah.
the trees.
Yeah, and everyone has
And they have
their
a
own
bigger
way.
variety of trees there than I do in my neighborhood.
There you go.
You
Change your
go,
environment.
you go with the Audubon, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's
That's all it is.
free, free.
Yeah, and you have your things you can do in your own mind. If I'm going to go somewhere, it's safe to walk. Do I need my cane? Do I need a walker? How far I'm going to go? So you can do your own little preparation when you go somewhere over time as you get your body where it stays back here. Realize it's up to you to really work that. The idea of stay home, do nothing for 3 weeks after surgery, that idea is slowly fading away because it doesn't work. You want to move things right away. If you have an injury, talk to your doctor first, but once you're ready, start therapy, start moving, get your posture where it needs to be. Because the further you're down to where you can when you have an injury, builds up that scar tissue and that glue in there, it locks it up. It makes things very, very tight. And that's hard to get out of there.
Yeah.
We're breaking up right away. So recover very quickly as much as you can. Any questions at all beyond that? I gotta do my JOB thing, get to the office. Pay the bills.
When are you going to tell us how to get up from the floor?
When is that talk? Is that in?
I don't know, are you ever?
I think that's gonna be July or August.
Oh, you are gonna have one?
We did a balanced one, I think, 3 months ago, and we'll do, that one I think is in July or August.
I missed the brain one. I've been here for that. I slept in that day.
There you go. You're probably in there for the fall.
Upland.
For the fall.
You didn't go either?
I didn't get that
Wait
far
till the
ahead. It's
next
really
go round
interesting
for
in
my
front. I
brain.
was reading it last night, so there's a lot in there about us joining the fire department or whatever, the county fire.
I know.
Usually I just don't think.
Getting out
And also too, what I do within a week or so, I put this talk on my YouTube channel. So if you want the talk, let me know. I'll fill a quick form and get your email, put you on our email list. And I'll get you all our posts, all our videos and things that we do. That one's really educational. Everything I do is educational. You know, so a lot of it's gonna be how do you get up, how do you watch things all the time? From my mind, that point I pay forward to you guys. Yes.
Will we be walking
Yes.
this class?
No.
No.
Mine is no application, just theory.
Okay.
Getting out of a bathtub is getting hard at my age. It really kind of shocked me.
Take a shower.
Well, I like the bathtub, it's relaxing, but getting out of it, twist, turn, and bend,
Wanna
and
sign the deal? Oh, is that where you want to
Yes,
sit?
if you want to
fill this out,
Walk in.
at that point, I can take that
bathtubs,
form
yeah,
too.
Is this where you
And I was
Yes.
thinking if I enjoyed taking a
Yeah, I think we had
bath,
changed email
I'm
server, so I
so
might
used to
might have
taking a
dropped
shower,
something too.
but at some point, if I
You show me
part of that, I
course.
think that would be very,
Take it to the
yeah,
harbor
it's
stove.
very
Hey, guys.
reasonable.
I have to twist, turn, and to get out of the bath. I'm thinking of what's happening to my body, that twisted, turning, and bending like
That
that.
can't be good for you to have to do that.
Yeah, well, my body's warmed up because it's warm water. The muscles are warm. Okay, so our name, okay. I
Yep,
have an
your
email
name,
over here.
your email, and your
Put
phone
somebody
number.
else's.
Oh.
At that point, my staff will call you if the email does not go through. Good. I'll see you guys next month.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank
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 you.
you, very good, very good, well done.
Alcoholics Anonymous,
Yes.
there's clutterers anonymous.
Oh, good.
And
That must
we
be-
all have clutter around the house. And we now.
I might continue to
Hope
move.
to
I don't
see you,
get tired.
another one of these things.
Yeah, but it's good. What's the next one?
I'm not sure. What is the next one?
Yeah, it's in the new book, I don't, I
Okay.
didn't see the,
I go day to day.
the
so I
date
live-
yet, yeah, but the library
well?
will have it.
Good.
Got it?
I'm good, yeah, thank you so much.
That's all it is,
I'm only
right?
gonna run because
Stop
I have
plugging.
to work.
Stop plugging,
Yeah,
stop
I know.
plugging. As you know.
Slam it against
Keep
the
doing
wall.
well, okay? I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I'll see you in a couple hours.
Okay.
Bye, Carol.
Okay,
All right.
I gotta get an email, I guess, because everybody does
Thank you all.
email.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome to get that email to you too. That way you can get
Thank you.
mass newsletter, everything else. You're welcome.
Is he gonna get my husband to your office? Probably not. He only got his shoulder fixed because of, he couldn't swing the golf club.
Nothing wrong with
But
golf
now,
club.
but his knee now, he really,
A lot of it
I'm
is learning,
sure,
keeping things strong and flexible.
I'm sure he can do something besides surgery, surgery, but I'm sure that something.
And a lot of it is do before you wait too long, before all you can do is surgery. That's what I don't like, where you get the appointment a month later for orthopedist, and you're okay a month early, now it's so bad, now you need the MRI and surgery.
I need to like sedate him or something, knock him out and then get him.
You'll have my email once you have any questions, just email me directly back,
Thank
okay?
you so much.
You're welcome, I'll
It's
see you
very
next
nice of
month.
you to do this. Thank
So
you.
this class is once a week,
Once a month.
once a
The
month,
third
okay.
Tuesday of the month is my day.
Okay.
We'll have, usually try to have the bigger room, but that room is filled today. So what I would do right now,
Okay.
where are you right now?
Okay, so we'll
Does your
see you
leg
next
hurt, does
month.
your foot hurt? What hurts right now? Does anything hurt?
Yes,
See you next month, okay?
Okay.
Nice meeting you.
my back.
Okay. So what I would do is bring this, if it's okay if I adjust the cane?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
I'm gonna
idea.
start with 2.
Too low, huh?
They're usually the physical therapist that's too low, the doctor.
Yeah, they should.
That's right, Aaron.
Okay.
And bring it out here, exactly. So bring it out here, and now walk that way. Does that feel okay?
Oh,
Is that better?
yes.
And bring your body, what's your name again?
Juanita.
Juanita?
Oh,
Bring your
it's
body
hurting,
up here.
it's hurting.
It's okay, I'm okay with a little pain, because
Okay.
that means your body's changing.
Uh-huh.
Show me what a sciatica is.
Sure.
I have
Sciatic
I
nerve
have 3
is gonna
daughters who
be-
have sciatica, and I'm trying to explain it to
All
my
these
children,
nerves right
so-
here, they form
Here.
one trunk.
I have 2 daughters,
Here you
actually 3. but-
They form one trunk.
Okay, what number?
It's L1, L2, L3, L4, L5.
Down here?
Yes.
Lumbar?
Yes, so this is yours,
It's
right?
the first,
This is
I'm
yours,
gonna
right?
take 2, take one of my
Mark it
daughter
over
that's
here.
having problems.
Yeah.
Here?
He's got it right there.
Right there?
Yeah, right here.
Where?
Here,
Okay.
and that sciatic nerve is going to be the lower portion.
Which is?
Right here.
Which one?
Right here.
There it is, okay. Okay.
So
Is
it's
that-
the lower portion. No,
you-
mine is in there, but I
Okay,
have the same
good.
thing.
Good.
The
So your job is how do you keep your body up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then when it's sore, ice it down, and over time keep it so your body stays here.
4L looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be 4, all of them, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. All 5 of them.
All
So, does that
5.
make sense? What do you,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
Up here?
3, 4, all 5.
when it's sore, ice it down.
Yeah. Now, you don't take Kaiser, right?
No,
That's what I thought.
no, we charge 49 for dextrose, 50, and for,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Are you over 65?
Mm-hmm. I'm 83.
So you have Medicare, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we take Medicare.
But how, if Kaiser has, well, I guess I don't know how.
If you have Medicare, then we charge just the if you don't take your insurance, you're over 65, we
Mhm.
just charge you $28 a visit. We would charge the 50.
Okay.
If someone who's under 65, we charge them the 50. But if we do take if you have Medicare card, we would charge you Medicare that way.
Okay.
Some people will give up their Medicare to